One, two. Good morning. So this is just a quick video to review what took place in the London session today and the decisions that I made and why I made those decisions. So I'm just gonna quickly run through. So we actually have footage of what took place. Now there is no sound on this footage, but this is pretty much what happened today. So we took a short trade on Euro US dollar, so you can kind of see. So I woke up around 7ish, just after 7, and then took a trade from 1873 5 to be specific on Euro US dollar, and we're targeting maybe a move down below the Friday lows into 1835. So you can kind of see that price traded a little lower. So obviously, just here quickly, this is the British pound. We were looking at the British pound for a few things, you know what I'm trying to say, which I'm gonna discuss when I actually get to reviewing. So Euro US dollar, this is what happened. So yeah, we went short, and then price more or less moved in our favor by a few pips. And then when I noticed, what did I notice? So let me just go back on that. Hold on. Where is it? I just had it as well. Yeah. When I noticed this was happening on the British pound, this kind of made me raise my eyebrows a bit. And then when I saw this here, I thought, you know what? Something is happening that I need to be a bit wary of. So what I did was, on my Euro US dollar position, I went risk free on it. Now this is all based on experience, and I'll obviously talk about it in a bit more detail as it goes by. So yeah, I went risk free on this pair with the assumption that we could get surprised and price could rally. So at this point here, what happened was I got taken out for just 1.5 pips in profit. We've got the positions logged in and all sorts, but yeah, that's pretty much what happened. So at that point, pretty much was done, in all honesty. And this is just me talking about it, but we'll talk about it in more detail here. So this is what took place this morning. So from last night in my journal, I had a few things noted down. I was looking at 1835s around here for actually, let me not even mention that. So I was looking at these equal highs. So this is last week's range. We have the equal lows here, and we have the equal highs up here. So obviously on the monthly time frame, Euro US dollar is bullish based on a bearish dollar index. So it's risk on. There's more favor for the foreign currency than there is for the US dollar itself. So that's what I was looking at up here. And then obviously down here as well, we have equal lows from last week's range. So when price opened, what I was actually anticipating was that maybe we'll get a break below Friday lows, and then we'll trade down to about 1840s, 1835s. You know what I'm trying to say? And then maybe we get a price rally to take out these equal highs up here. That was one of my ideas. Now, another one of my ideas was that should price more or less open, stay within the Friday range. So the Friday highs were up here, stay within the Friday range. Then what could happen is we could see a bearish move to the downside from near this 1880 region, and then price will break lower, go below 1850, take out the Friday lows, and then give us a potential move to the upside afterwards. So what I did was, when I came in this morning during the London session, I went for the short trade from 1873 5, as I mentioned, and then we risk freed it. Now the reason why I risk freed it is because in my experience, what was going on here on the British pound, as you can kind of see, around the same time the euro moved lower by a few pips or so, whereas the pound expanded and exploded to the upside. So the pound rallied. We did obviously have it noted that there was equal highs on the pound at 33.13, and I was expecting maybe a little push towards 33.20. And once we reached that, I was also expecting a bearish decline on the pound. Same thing with the euro. But when I did see that the pound was not declining, and instead it was rallying, that made me raise my eyebrows. Now, obviously, there's more to it in the sense of looking at euro British pound. You can kind of see that the euro just kind of got slammed down this morning, and then that's what caused the pound to obviously really explode. And as you can kind of see now, what's happening is the euro is kind of getting some of those gains back, and what's happening on euro US dollar is that euro US dollar is expanding. So that's the idea that I had this morning, based on my decision to go risk free. Now, many might ask, why didn't you take the long here? I didn't take the long here simply because it doesn't fit well within my framework and the pattern that I like to trade using these concepts. Now, these concepts, obviously, they're not my own. I learned them somewhere else, from Michael Huddlestone. But yeah, I've put together my own understanding. You know what I'm trying to say, and based on my experience, I've had to learn a lot of these things through actually experiencing them, and then building a model that I feel like fits me as a person. So yeah, that's the reason why I did not take the long over here, but I did anticipate that this would happen. So that's the reason why I went risk free. And sometimes that is that experience in the marketplace that just allows you to make profitable decisions. Now, this is not necessarily, so I know some people might come on this channel and look at this and think, oh, it's not a profitable trade. It's not a profitable trade. I mean, it is a profitable trade because I didn't lose any money. I gained 1.5 pips to be specific. But in terms of, what you normally see on social media and stuff like that, you might say, oh, it's not a profitable trade, whatever the case, but it's a profitable decision. So what it is I made the decision based on experience, and at the same time, instead of just getting out, I allowed the trade to actually do what I assumed it was going to do. And as you can kind of see, the market did do that. So that was today's London session, and now we're just heading towards the New York session. We'll see how things pan out in that session, but in terms of today, I feel like that's pretty much a successful London session. You made the right decisions. You know what I mean? You didn't lose any money, and that's what that matters. The first rule of our business is to preserve capital and make profitable decisions. Now, a lot of people think that profitability means bringing in 100 pips, 200 pips every single week, but in truth, profitability means making those decisions that do not lose you any money. So that's what's quite important. So on that note, I'm gonna end this video, and yeah, that's it.